people who put pictures on social media of what a beautiful couple they are, where they went to, and you look at your own, you say, these ones went to this beautiful Chinese restaurant and you and your husband took you to Mama Put's. You need to stop comparing. Comparison is one of the worst things you can do for your relationship. It is better to accept your spouse as they are. If you're yet to get married, you need to know your spouse is not a science experiment. Don't ever tell yourself, I will change them after. It is too late by then. Tailor, cut this side, put frills here. You can't. You can't add ingredients and remove ingredients as you feel like. So make sure you understand that comparison will also prevent you from being content in the relationship. This and the root cause of problems is they think marriage will run on autopilot. We live in a generation of instant gratification. I want to search for something. Press a button in your fingertips and you see the answer. We get instant. We are not patient. Even reels. Instagram reels are too long now. Over 1 minute, that just seems too long. You see, we go to the next one and we just keep scrolling. Marriage needs work. Then after, what you often find, many who go through this bling-bling wedding think the marriage will continue and the love will sustain. Again, like me, I thought love will conquer everything. Yeah. And they think happily ever after will just happen on its own. For those yet to get married, marriage is work. It is hard work. It takes sacrifice. It takes effort from both of you. 110% commitment and loyalty by both of you. And contentment. You have to accept your spouse as they are. But you both have to work on that relationship. So these are the top 6 things that we identified. The reality is every marriage is different and every marriage is unique. And there's no one-size-fits-all formula for everybody's marriage. But you won't find any normal, healthy, successful marriage without misunderstandings and quarrels. Couples have most often, if you see them in a successful relationship, they have come up with a creative way of resolving their differences without it becoming explosive or deteriorating. Often what they do is they agree to disagree, but they choose not to be disagreeable. But there are best practices that every successful marriage has. Tried and tested methods, like a code of conduct that ensures that you are able to nurture a healthy relationship. Your newlyweds, lesson number 2, do not ignore stuff that bothers you. Whether it's your in-laws crossing lines, whether it is your friends, whether it's family members that are coming, do not keep silent. It builds up. Like my father says, minor irritations with major consequences. If your spouse laughs at you, mocks you, or puts you down, don't laugh. Don't even pretend like it was funny. Don't ignore it. Sometimes to prevent fiction, we don't want to fight, we keep silent. I beg you, do not keep silent. The third problem is neglect and misplaced priorities. Either you neglect yourself. Here you are courting now. You always arrange yourself well before you meet. You look good, you smell good. You behave good. Now be careful after marriage, because many of us let ourselves go after we get married. And we've been able to identify the top 6 causes, the root problems of what couples come to us for counseling for. And I'll share them with you. The first one is couples ignored red flags, signs that would have prevented problems. They ignore warning signs. Either they are too in love and they feel we'll fix it later, or they give in to pressure. All your friends, all your siblings are married and you are sitting waiting for what? You will have children, no? Or they have settled because they feel they can't do better than this. So again, for those who are yet to be married, the first advice, please do not ignore warning signs. You are praying to Allah to help you guide you in selecting a spouse. Of course, all of us do. We even do istikhara. But when He is sending you a sign, He is giving you warning signs. You are looking for a burning bush. Or you are looking for one angel to come and slap you on the face and say, can't you see? This is from Allah. You need to open your eyes wide. Yes. However upset she would get, she would never lose the love. The love in her heart for him will never diminish. So her mindset was, I'm in this for life. It went beyond the fight. Unfortunately, many of us focus on the negative. We are easy to point fingers. Sometimes we get blinded when we are angry and develop amnesia. We forget why we said I do in the first place. We forget their good qualities. One of the things I learned when there is trouble is we needed to look at ourselves and the role that we played. Trouble does not just start from nowhere. Problems don't just happen from nowhere. There's always a root cause. Sadly for some, the root cause may be trauma, like I said earlier, maybe childhood experiences, something they've not even recognized themselves. It could be what they witnessed or what they went through. Or it may have absolutely nothing to do with your spouse, it is you. It may have everything to do with you, either your past experience or the jaga-jaga behavior that you are showing today. Having said that, you just have to dig deep inside and become more emotionally intelligent, become more self-aware. For me, that was a game changer in my relationship. Before, I could not look in the mirror. Now, I'm always looking in the mirror, looking at my nerves, checking to see what am I doing wrong, what am I doing right. Same reaction, people who've been married 5, 10, even 40 years. They often say, you know marriage. You just manage each other. That's marriage. What I don't understand, and it's from the verse that Doctor just recited, that Allah has said that we are meant to dwell in tranquility and contentment with one another, and that He has planted in us love and mercy, muwadda wa rahmah. What I find disturbing is you have to look far before you see that muwadda wa rahmah in people's homes.